know, this kind of pictures what you see in Gaza was in by Hitler, by the Nazis. I will come back. I will open it with this key. Yes, this is the feelings of the Palestinian people. People like me and my friends, you will never see even a single picture in the media.
Okay, good to go, Yasin? Okay. Hi and welcome to another episode of Unapologetic. Today with me is Rabbi Ilhanan Beck, who is a rabbi and also one of the prominent leaders of Natura Kata. Rabbi is extremely unapologetically anti-Zionist. Welcome to the show, Rabbi.
Thank you.
Rabbi, just to start things off first, tell me about the world you were born into. Where were you born? Firstly, what is your connection with the Jewish community in the country that you were born in, if you were born here or not? And sort of what's your connection with your family and the Holocaust?
As you say, my name is Rabbi Ilhanan Beck. I'm born in Jerusalem in 1967. And I'm already 7 generations there in Jerusalem. My forefathers was there under the Turkish Empire still. And I consider myself as a Palestinian Jew. However, my father actually, this is my mother's side, my father coming from Hungary, he himself was in a bunker, hidden in a bunker by the Holocaust. My father's mother has been killed in Auschwitz. And my father, all his childhood, he was hidden in the bunker. I mean, when he was a small child, he grown up in Budapest, in Hungary. Then he was in a bunker, and then he go, after the Second World War, he going first to Rome in Italy, and from there he going to Palestine. He arrived Palestine just in the time when the State of Israel has been created. And then he married there. And of course, as most of Orthodox Jewish people, I mean people looks like me, Hasidic Jews, this type of people looks like me, they are always against the State of Israel. I will speak later about it. And so at the end, he see that it's impossible for him to stay in a country and to be against it. So we gone out of the country in 1970. I was a small child then, and my whole family gone out from there. It's not only my family, I mean, since the creation of the state in 1948, tens of thousands of Jewish families has gone out of Israel. They didn't want to live in the state of Israel. I will come back to this point later.
When you say tens of thousands of Jews have left, is it mainly Jews who look like you?
Yes.
So, but I mean, I'm guessing other Jews have also left, those who are more secular.
I don't know about the secular Jews. However, when I speaking, usually, I speaking people looks like me.
Okay, the Orthodox Jews, yeah.
Yes, Orthodox Jews. What they are keeping, actually, I mean, I know they are so-called modern Orthodox Jews or something like that. They're not keeping the whole Torah, they're not keeping Shabbat, something like that. When I speaking about Jews, I speaking about people what keeping the whole Torah, all the 613 principles of the Torah. So really, we gone out of the state of Israel, and we moved to London here for 1 year, about 2 years. Then we're going to the USA, in Canada. And I came back here about 15 years later. I married here in 1987. Okay. Since then, I'm here. I'm living here in England. I start my activism against the State of Israel. It's already the last 40 years. I started and I was a student of 15, 16 years old, and in the USA, and I continued here in England all the time till today's time.
What encouraged your activism? Was it the fact that your family just and your people and your religious ideas just conflict with the state, or was it something more than that that sort of encouraged you to start being an activist, a very active activist against Israel?
again, I want to make it clear, when I'm speaking about activists, I'm coming to the point. Natuurkaarten, yes, people call them this organization called Natuurkaarten. Natuurkaarten is not an organization at all. Natuurkaarten is only the name what people gave for these people what they are speaking out openly against the state of Israel. Natuurkaarten means, I come back to your question in 1 minute. Natuurkaarten means the meaning of the two words. Natuurkaarten means guardians of the city. Natur is guardians, kaarten is a city. I think in Arabic should also be karta, a city called. Okay, anyway, this is in Aramic. The word is in Aramic. Natuurkaarten. That means guardians of the religion. These people, what they are coming out to protect the religion, and they didn't leave for people from outside to invade the religion and to transform that into other ideas. This is what we are doing, and this is what people calling guardians of the city.
And you, by the city, you mean Jerusalem? You mean Israel?
The city, we mean the Jewish faith.
The Jewish faith, okay.
The Jewish religion. Activism doesn't mean really we are not active in any actual physical thing against Israel. We haven't got the power to that, and we're not doing anything against the law and anything like that. The thing what our work is in the Natuurkaarten is exactly as the words, guardians of the city, to watch of the Jewish faith, not to let people to transform that and to put it on new tracks, to give that a new look on Judaism. I will come back to that a bit later when I will explain what is Zionism, what is Judaism.
Okay, I mean, you mentioned the Natuurkaarten. Just break down for me, as someone who doesn't understand everything about Judaism and all the various parts of Judaism. There's Haredi Judaism and Hasidic Judaism, and there are people who look like you who support Israel, the Shabbat Lubavitch. Can you just kind of explain to me and our audience where they all fit into each other and how do they come into existence?
Yeah, look, I prefer better to speak better to explain what is Judaism, what is Zionism, why we are against Zionism, and then we will come to the point what is about
absolutely.
All these type of sects, amount of sects. So activists against the state of Israel, that means to keep people on the right track. And I will try to explain that from the beginning. What is Judaism? Judaism is a religion. It's not a race. It's not it's not a nationality. Judaism is a pure religion. Judaism is a religion. Have nothing to do with any race, with any nationality. There can be a white Jew, a black Jew, an Indian Jew, a Japanese Jew, a Chinese, no difference. Everybody who keeps the religion, he converted to Judaism, he's the same Jew as me. Anybody who gone away from Judaism, he doesn't believe in the 13 principles from Judaism, even not he doesn't believe, he's not clear. He's not clear in one of these 13 principles, he's not considered as a Jew. He can call himself whichever name he wants. He can have a strong power, he can have a strong country, he can give the name of the country a Jewish country, he can say whatever he wants, but he is not. Judaism is a pure religion. If you keep the religion, you are Jewish. If not, you are not Jewish. Full stop.
So where does the idea of a Jewish people come from then?
God chosen for 3,500 years ago the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He has not chosen only the Jewish people. He asked, according to our Torah, he asked all the nations of the world if they want to accept the Torah. And everybody rejected. Only the Jewish people agreed to take the Torah and to keep all the commandments of the Torah. So God chose a people to serve him closer. And when I touch this point, I want just to clarify. People asking many times, what means that? Chosen people, what is that? You are the kings, everybody is the slaves, you will kill everybody, you will be the only people on the world. What is that, chosen people? So I want to clarify this point. Chosen people doesn't mean we are kings, everybody the slaves and something like that. We're coming with power to take over the world. Completely not. Chosen people means God chose people to serve him closer, to be closer to him. For all the people on the world, God gave 7 laws of Noah. For the Jewish people, he gave 613 laws. So God didn't ask for everybody to be Jewish. Who is wants? We haven't got a missionary system anyway to bring in people into our religion at all. We just keep our religion as it is. But however, if somebody wants to convert, he's the same chosen as me. When people asking me chosen people, I say that firstly, you can be the same chosen as me. If you decide to convert and to keep this religion, you are the same chosen as me. It's not God chose this race. God chose this religion. These people were keeping the religion. Everybody who joined this religion, he's the same chosen as me. Everybody who gone away from this religion, he's no more a part of the chosen people. Now, again, what was the question?
The question was, does every single Orthodox Jew agree with you? Because I'm sure there are Orthodox Jews who dress like you, who do support the state of Israel. So what is their ideas and what is their theology?
We come back to this point. Now we come back. I told you what Judaism is.
Right.
Now, what is Zionism? I have to finish off about Judaism, one point, what's important to understand the other part. It's very often you hear in the media that the Zionist propaganda about the promised land, the promised land, the promised land, God promised the land for the Jewish people. Now, every lie, they should have a small percentage of truth. If not, nobody believes it. So, again, it's true that God promised a land for the Jewish people. You can see that in the Torah. However, when you look in the Torah, you see that the promised land was only conditionally. With a condition that Jews will keep a high level of life, high moral. If not, it's written in the Torah many times that we will be exiled of the land. And this you can see all over in the Torah when God say, I promise a land for you, if you will keep the Torah and you will follow us, you will follow me, not follow us. If you follow me, you will do everything what you need. If not, you will be exiled of the land. It was the will of God to send us in exile. The same God who promised the land, he took it away from us as a punishment of our sins.
So according to this idea, you are still all in exile?
Yes. Since then, we are still in exile, and God beswung us with 3 oaths, not to rebel against the nations, not to go up in mass to the Holy Land, and not to push the coming of Messiah. And Jews are besworn to stay in exile until the coming of Messiah. So this is, again, Judaism, believing in God, trusting God. Now we're coming to the point of Zionism. Zionism has been founded by Theodor Herzl in Vienna, in Austria. He was an atheist Jew, a non-believer at all. And he have a completely different look on Jewish people. He don't believe in God, he don't believe in the Torah, and of course he don't believe in the exile. He just, look what's going on here. Jewish people are in exile. We have to organize ourselves. What should the English people do when they are in exile? They have to organize themselves, building a country, find a place where to build a country, a strong country, an army, and so on. That is the look of an atheist Jew, somebody who's a non-believer. Why we should stay in exile? He don't believe in God. He don't believe in the exile. He don't believe in anything. So why we should stay in exile? We have to organize ourselves. This is the seeds of Zionism. So as you can see, that Zionism, from the very beginning, from the root, is don't believe in God. Don't trust in God. Why you stay in exile? We have a reason why to stay in exile. Because we believe in God. We are believers. But they are not believers. They don't believe in God.
So are you saying that all Zionists are not believers?
100%. I will come later, I will come now to the religious Zionist sects. But Zionism, 100% is built up on mistrusting God. Don't trust in God, don't believe in God. So you have to take your situation in your own hands. If not, you will be lost. This is very simple to understand if somebody is an unbeliever. But if you are a believer, going out of exile by force is a rebellion against the Almighty. God send you in exile. Stay in exile. Wait for the coming of Messiah. Yes, if you have a child, he's bad, and you told him, look, I punish you, stay in the corner for 10 minutes. He coming out. What means that? Rebellion. Couldn't care less about you, about your punishment. I do whatever I want. Yes, this is exactly what Zionism is. God send us in exile. They say, no, we don't want to stay in exile. We're going out by force.
Okay, so just to be clear, are you saying that every Jewish person who is a Zionist is an unbeliever?
I don't speak firstly about people. I'm speaking now about the idea of Zionism.
Okay. So you're not saying that Jews who are Zionists are unbelievers?
I will come back to that. I mean, as you can understand, by Muslims, yes, if there is some movement what is not correct with Islam, or even it is strongly opposing Islam, yes, but people, for some reasons, they get confused, and or for some reasons, for money or something like that, they cooperate with them or something like that. You can't consider that all these people are anti-Muslims. Yes, they are not on the right way. Yes, however, but there could be sometimes, yes, that if these people, you live in someone's country, yes, you can't be too much against the country. Yes, in some ways you are pressurized to cooperate with these traitors of your religion, but you haven't got a way out. Yes, so you can't say all these people are really traitors of the Jewish belief. I will come back to this point later. Let's first explain exactly what is Zionism. And Zionism is built up from the root against Judaism. Because of that, when Zionists came up for 120, about 130 years ago, 130 years ago, 130 years, yes, nearly 30 years ago, it comes out, all the Jewish rabbis was against it, opposing that. From one point of the world, around the whole world, everybody.
All of them.
All of them. Yeah. After a few years, yes, they're coming out, a few rabbis, what they say, give a look, they are completely atheists. We will go to mix up together with them a bit religious, so maybe some of them will come more closer to the religion. And this was a big mistake in the root. Because when they cooperate together with the Zionists.
So just to be clear, so some rabbis started cooperating with Zionism.
Really, when I say some, it's very, very small to say.
Like what? Like just give us a ballpark. Like 1%, 5%, 0.5%, 20%? I mean, I know you don't know, but like just if you can give me an idea.
In the beginning?
In the beginning.
0.1.
Okay, I mean, but that's the nature of being in the beginning. But how quickly did it become 20%?
Oh, they didn't become too much. They didn't become too much even today.
Even today, what would you consider
even
it to
today,
be about?
Give a look. In today's day, I think there is 18 million Jews over the world. What the people call them Jews. However, I don't call them Jews.
So just to clarify, when you say 18 million, you mean that's all the Jews who are outside of Israel?
Yes.
So from those 18 million who call themselves Jews?
What means a Jew? A Jew means somebody what's a believer, what is following God. People what observing the Torah. Not to speak if it's a Zionist or not. Yes? People what observing Shabbos. Yes? Eat only kosher, something like that. You have maybe 2 million of them.
Okay, so in your view, from those 18 million, there's 2 million that are sort of orthodox religious Jews.
All the rest, they're driving a car Shabbos. I mean, they're not eating kosher. We're not considered.
I mean, but they consider themselves Jews.
They may consider what themselves. The same thing. If somebody will say, "I'm a secular Muslim," what do you will tell him?
I mean, that's different Muslims will say different things. That's
no. What I want to bring out, if somebody will say, "I'm a secular